Hey, loved ones. So, this is a very specific message to the people who know they are light workers, the ones that know they are here to serve a divine purpose to humanity, who are here to raise um, the, to transfer or transform the frequency and the vibration that's been going on this planet. Okay? If you know you are a chosen one, this message is for you. I mentioned before, and I use this analogy, and I remember where I posted the video, honestly, because I mentioned it. I mentioned it in a reading or something. Years ago, for those who remember when the exorcism of Emily Rose came out. And I remember watching that movie, and the reason why I felt something differently with that movie than I had, because I never was into movies when it came to like body possessions and soul possessions and things of that nature. That wasn't my thing or whatever. So I guess there was a level of fear. That was many years ago. But a couple of months ago, it came to me that people, weaker vessels, right? People who have no sense of self, no sense of self. They're just out here roaming aimlessly. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They're just out here existing. They're out here moving from relationship to relationship, meaning they come out of one relationship, they go into another one. They're not assessing, they're not learning, they're not growing, they're not healing. Whatever it is, people who are conformed into religion, where there is no open energy to learning anything outside outside of what they feel is right. You get what I'm saying? Y'all dig what I'm saying, right? These people are often connected to us, the chosen ones. They're often connected to us through being our 3D blood family, by being people that we've been in romantic relationships with, friends, neighbors, whoever we've been close with, right? And as we ascend, what we're doing is we're seeing people for who they are, like the rose-colored glasses are removed, basically, right? But in that energy, in that frequency, we begin to, as we grow in the sin or whatever on our journey, we begin to forgive ourselves. We begin to forgive others. And as we forgive others, we see the conditionings of how people were raised and they were reared, and the pain and the trauma, whatever it was. And we start to have this overwhelming, at times, not all of us, just hear me out, this overwhelming energy of compassion for people, right? And sometimes when you're in that energy, it's very important for you to stay tempered, to stay in that temperance energy, like in the tarot. Because sometimes we can get kind of pulled back into an energy of not seeing things clear. Now, why I'm bringing this up is now, like, where the hell you going with this indigo? I'm going somewhere. Y'all know I'm going somewhere. Y'all, weaker vessels are used and they don't even know they're being used. I remember there was a 3D family member of mine who was coming at me in a way I didn't feel energetically that he had the best, like he wanted the best for me. That, if that makes sense. Like, he was coming at me to pick at me, to push my buttons, to get me to react, because I do have this energy of kind of being a firecracker, right? Of just pew. So I felt that energy, and I told this person, without even really thinking, like, you're being used and you don't even know you're being used, right? Because I was in a frequency where I was minding my business. It was me and my son and blah, blah, blah. A lot of people come into our lives and they are being used by the other energy, the lower frequency energy, the demonic energy, to thwart you off. And I'm talking about specifically for the ones who are chosen. Light and dark exist. Without darkness, light can't exist. Without light, darkness can't exist. Okay, it's duality and everything. But some people specific, that they are put here to pull you out of where you're supposed to go. And that's why I always say that this journey is not for the faint of heart, because some people would find it easily to slip back into patterns, be pulled back into relationships without assessing. And we've all had those moments where we thought, you know, well, this person seemed like they're changing. They seem like they've been ascended or whatever, but they haven't. People know how to manipulate people, especially people who are empathic and are kind-hearted by nature. Empathic people who are chosen, we are kind-hearted. We exude love, and people know how to play on that. They look at it as lower vibrational people look at it as a weakness until you show up and really show up, like you really show up for yourself. And then they have to pull back, and then, you know, whatever, smear campaign begins or whatever. The bottom line is, no matter how much you want to love people, no matter how much you want people to heal and grow, a lot of people are not going to heal, grow, and ascend. It's only a select few that are going to make that transition, because for those who have been on this journey of healing and growth, you know it's not the easiest. Bullshit if anybody tell you it's easy. It ain't easy. To heal and grow, to transcend past all your conditioning, stripping the layers of, you know, if you have confidence issues, if you've been traumatized, you've been abused, you breaking all the generational curses. This shit takes a lot of strength, a lot of determination, a lot of tenacity for you to push on and continue in stride. So do not think that just because a person is showing up, they're showing up. It's like that shape shifting energy. People can show up in however they need to show up for, to get what they want to get, or, you know, get what they need to get out of you. And a lot of people, this is why a lot of you guys, and I've done readings for you guys, for some of you guys, where, you know, you're like, you feel drained after you're dealing with certain people. That's not you just being tired or feeling lethargic. Just, that's because you are around energy vampires who are sucking the life out of you. And it's time, at this time, and look, a crow, just at that time, you know, crows are symbolic when it comes to transformation. It's time to let go of all these suckers out here that are playing the role of these nice guys and these nasty gals. They ain't shit, man. I don't care if they're family. I don't care if they're friends. I don't care if you grew up with these people. Let them go. Let them go. And show up how you need to show up. Because if you continue to, you're going to reap the negative effects of being connected to people who are not for you. They serve a purpose. They're serving their purpose to pull you down, to pull you back, to stagnate you, to harm you, to hurt you, etc. And the sooner you are aligned with that and stop trying to make excuses and stop ignoring what's been in front of you in terms of red flags, the longer it's going to take for you to get your prosperity, your abundance, your blessings, your manifestations, everything that is aligned for you. Okay? I love you guys. Peace.